What's up, guys? It's your boy Ken's coming back to you guys with a quick video, and I got some beers with me, a little loose, chilling right after work and everything, and I want to talk about the zero bans out of Magic the Gathering and kind of what that means. Kind of two specific points that it makes me think about as a person that invests in the game, plays the game. The first thing that rings in my head is power creep. You know, we made a video talking about Orcish Bowmasters and the One Ring specifically as cards that I would target personally for a limit and for a ban. But with us seeing the zero bans, I think what this really means is power creep. Straight up, we're talking like Ragavan, Grief, Fury, a handful of free spells getting dropped that are usable in multiple formats, that are, forming strong decks in those formats, kind of, reshaping and recreating kind of the top 5 decks that are played in said format, Vintage, Legacy, Modern even. Some Omnath builds I think are really interesting in Modern. But the other interesting thing is just investing in creatures. So on one hand, I would say these cards are incredibly powerful. They're probably going to continue staying in the format, and it's a sign of just outright power creep. The other thing I would say to that, the kind of individual other topic, is to not invest in these creatures. Just kind of as a side topic, investing in Magic the Gathering, there's a handful of cards that are just straight up bad investments, just bad ideas. And one of them is creatures. The realistic reason why is you buy a really good creature that's like $20, $30 or something like that. And then 5 years, 10 years down the line when you're holding, there's going to be another good creature that comes out. Let's say, for example, like you buy a specifically good creature in black. It, holds multiple formats together, becomes this really strong new deck. And then 5 years later, there's a new black 1-drop that's really good, or a new black 2-drop that's really good. Now the 2-drop will rise to $50, $60, $70, and the $30, $40 card that you were holding 10 copies of is going to go to 10. The only outs for investing in creatures is if, one, the creature has some kind of active combo with it, or the card is an idealistic good permanent inside of like a inside of a tribe. There we go. So like an example of an idealistically good permanent that can continue to rise in price in 5 or 10 years inside of a tribe would be like Hullbreaker Horror. Hullbreaker Horror goes infinite with a bunch of mana rocks, really good, just in blue, kind of fits a lot of different decks. And it has horror and Kraken on it. So, specifically if there's some really good horror or really good Kraken support that comes out, the Hullbreaker Horror is an idealistic horror or Kraken to have inside of that package that you would definitely want. So that has a potential to rise in price over 5 to 10 years, just depending on what good cards come out. But something like, let's say, Ragavan, just an individually good creature, 1-drop in red. Right now it's shaking up a lot of formats. It fits into a bunch of decks. It's exceptionally powerful. But in 5 years, if there's another good red 1-drop, Ragavan drops from 50 to 10. And it's just how it is. It's what happens. An example of like a card that combos well would be like Peregrine Drake. Peregrine Drake's one I invested in personally. I have like 5 copies or 6 copies or something like that of like different arts or whatever. And, specifically something like that combos well. What happens is a combo later will drop. Just a card that combos well with Peregrine Drake specifically. And then Peregrine Drake's prices will spike because people are building decks with that new card, using cards that combo with it, and they just, seek out some Peregrine Drakes. So, cards that combo specifically or are specifically good cards in like idealistic permanents inside of a tribe are the only creatures that are realistically worth investing in. So, kind of the 2 points that I want to bring back up is I feel like the zero bannings is a symptom of power creep, and it also signifies a period of time where it's exceptionally dangerous to be investing in creatures specifically. So, if you're a person that's buying a bunch of Ragavans, you're already on the down and out where, in 5 years, something like that, if you're holding, long term, there might be some short-term benefits to like purchasing a good creature, right? Long term, you're going to lose a lot of money, but you're going to lose even more money considering that, like, now that Magic is kind of indicating that there's going to be some power creep, we can truly expect something that's possibly better than Ragavan on the horizon. So it's kind of one of those interesting videos where it's kind of an airy topic, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the points that I made. And, you know, just one of those things. It's been your boy Kittens, drinking some beers after work. Peace.